All right, we're at the Stephen C. Foster Museum on the Stephen C. Foster, or in the Stephen C. Foster Cultural Park, White Springs. This building was built in 1948. They advertised it as an antebellum building. It is not an antebellum building. When I asked about that, I was told this is an antebellum architecture. This is a museum dedicated to the Stephen Foster and his works. Stephen Foster was a very popular composer of the early to mid 19th century. Interesting to note, Stephen Foster never stepped foot in the state of Florida. He wrote the song Way Down Upon the Swanee River, etc., but he never saw the river he wrote about. In fact, I don't think he saw the majority of the subject matter he wrote about. He was from Pittsburgh, died in New York when he was 37 years old. So again, this is strictly a museum to his work. There's nothing Way Down Upon the Swanee River. These dioramas are pretty cool. Very cool, actually. Old Dog Tray. That sounds like Old Dog Tray. Okay, this is one of the wings. Some of his works. Old Dog Tray. Genie with the light brown hair. Again, he was one of the more popular composers, writers in American history. This piano in 1949 was believed to be not less than 115 years old. Jenny Lind piano. I believe there is one artifact in here that is unique to Stephen Foster, and I think it was a desk that he wrote Swanee River on. There grew up more or less a cult around him and his music over the years, ignited and driven primarily by women's groups, and one of whom spearheaded the effort to build this museum on this site. And most of this stuff right here is all the people who were instrumental in those women's groups. And more pictures. All these pictures are local to, there's the old spring house. That's exciting. Okay, this is two wings with the middle part of it. There's a DVD explaining a bunch of stuff. His songs are very popular, north and south, even though he was a total northerner during the war. Camptown Races. Again, I'm not sure what inspired his songs. He never saw most of what he wrote about. He saw some of it, but My Old Kentucky Home, Swanee River, etc. He never was at any of these places. He had no idea what any of this was like. I imagine in the same way that Harriet Beecher Stowe wrote about the things that she wrote about. These dioramas are very cool. Says he was sick, stood up, fainted, cut a big gash on his head, basically bled to death. Wow. I knew he died in a fall, but I didn't realize that part of it. That's pretty harsh. These paintings were painted by a man named Christie, who painted a lot of different paintings, but a painting that is right now hangs in the White House. I suppose to a large degree, the South was seen by the Northerners as a place of romantic frivolity. In the antebellum years, a romantic notion of something rather than something that truly existed. This one's called Old Black Joe. Old Susanna. There's a Conestoga wagon in there, 1848 rather. That's pretty neat, along the prairie. This is a lovely building. It's just not what I expected. Built in 1948.